I do not feel like doing this today. Today's the 23rd of May, 2023. It feels like a day where I have been rowing as hard as I can against the current and still sliding back down the river. I stepped on the scale this morning after breaking fast and exercising, and it shows that I gained 4 pounds. How? How is that possible? I tried the scale in different locations to make sure, but nope, still 4 pounds up. Then work itself was an absolute soul sucker, which I'm not going to get into here, but suffice it to say, it was like rowing in molasses all day. To be clear, I understand that some days when losing weight, even if you do everything perfectly, no cheating, which, to be clear, I have not cheated, you can still gain. Maybe it's because of inflammation, water retention, muscle gain if you're on the positive side, stress, hormone levels. But it still does not make it any easier to step on the scale and see a rising number rather than a falling one. So today, I don't feel like writing any of this down. What I feel like is curling up in a ball, putting the covers over my head, giving the world the finger, and going to bed. In some ways, I think this is my punishment for talking about suffering yesterday. Maybe I should have just kept my mouth shut. It's so easy to talk about self-imposed suffering, but not as easy to deal with when it's imposed upon you. When stuff feels out of my control, it frustrates me. And maybe that's the trap, right? The days when you think you have it all figured out are the days that set you up for a fall. So I guess the goal is to, temper my expectations? It feels like a descent into nihilism, if I'm to be honest. These are the days I think I need to have like a pile of wins set aside to almost like snack on. My emotional response for these days has been to normally eat my emotions. Eat them like a plate of cookies and wash it down with a gallon of milk. But now I have to retrain my brain as well as my body that's not how we're going to deal with these days. And that I need to remember the wins. Remember the times when the needle has moved in my favor, and eat those wins like a bowl of emotionally satisfying cookies. When I started swimming, it was hard to swim by myself. I would find myself thinking about kind of the emergency situations, about what I needed to do if my heart suddenly gave out in the middle of the pool. Could I make it to the other side before I drowned and died? Was there anybody around that could help me? These thoughts would course kind of through my veins with every lap that I did. Fear was the thing that drove me from the middle of the pool to the edges. And eventually I started something new. And I remember when it happened, and I remember saying, doing this makes my heart happy and healthy. I started saying that when I was swimming, each time I got to the edge of the pool and did a flip. I had to start remembering that what I was doing was helping me live longer, not killing me. I'm not saying that I don't check where stuff is and have an emergency plan. That's just being prepared. But I needed to be able to say to myself that I was going to be okay. that I was going to win if I just did the next right thing every day, even on days like today.